I'd like to introduce Paige Swanson, who is going to give us a talk about emotional intelligence. And we have an audience here who is excited to watch her speech. All right. Take it away, Paige.
This weekend I saw World War Z. Now, if y'all know what that is, it's a zombie apocalypse movie starring Brad Pitt. But this isn't your typical thriller kind of zombie movie. No. This is full force zombies running at all speeds, crawling all over each other. One of the beginning scenes, Brad Pitt is in the car with his family, and traffic has turned to a stop, and all of a sudden he turns around, and an 18-wheeler comes out of nowhere down the middle of the road. And just like that, the zombie epidemic has begun. I mean, in 60 seconds, it's full-on zombie land. Now, as I'm watching rabid zombies bite gloriously into the jugglers of civilized citizens, and watching Brad Pitt gracefully escape out of the engorged ant pile of flesh-eating zombies, I think to myself, well, how is it that Brad Pitt makes surviving a zombie apocalypse look so easy? Emotional control. Fear, paranoia, sadness, and terror are like paralyzing emotions that stand between you and a zombie in a moment of survival. It's moments like this that deep within your brain breeds and struggles for control of your behavior against an onslaught of intense emotions. Now, none of us are going to deal with zombie apocalypses anytime soon. However, controlling our emotions is something that we have to deal with every day. Our brains battle it out just like Pitt's every single day. Dealing with emotions effectively is a daily challenge, whether we are fighting off zombies or talking to our boss, who moans like a zombie anyways. We are biologically hardwired to give emotions like anger and jealousy the upper hand. However, have you ever wondered why some humans seem to naturally succeed more than others? How some humans just have the right stuff? This right stuff could be what's called emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence has drawn great interest from researchers. This is because this theory has such a large positive correlation with success. While many believe that success is contributed to high intelligence, this may not be true. While people with high emotional intelligence prove to outperform people with high IQs 70% of the time, putting a giant wrench in that theory. Over the past 4 months, I've been reading a book called Emotional Intelligence 2.0 by Travis Bradberry. In this book, I've learned to harness my emotions and correlate and positively transpire them. EQ is the foundation for a host of skills. A little effort spent on increasing your EQ can have a wide-ranging positive impact on your life. I would specifically like to inform you about the positive effects of emotional intelligence related to success by evaluating 2 of the 4 skills that make up EQ. These 2 skills are under one trait called personal competence. In this personal competence, you have self-awareness and self-regulation. There's good news. Intelligence is not the only factor to succeeding in life. Now here's the best news of all. Whether you have high IQ or low EQ, you can always improve it. However, to truly improve your EQ, you must understand what those personal traits are. Today I'm going to talk to you about self-awareness and social competence, and how you can improve your self-esteem, your interpersonal relationships, and your personal successes. The first trait I will explain to you is self-awareness. Self-awareness is your ability to correctly perceive your own emotions in the moment and understand your tendencies across situations. It is the first component of emotional intelligence, which makes sense when one considers that the Delphic oracle 1,000 years ago said, "Know thyself." Many times emotions will rise out of thin air, and you just sometimes need to know what really ticks you off. Here are the 4 strategies I like to use when dealing with emotional intelligence. Don't treat your emotions as good as bad. We as humans like to organize our emotions as good or bad, but when you do that, you're kind of cutting yourself short. Know your emotions' impact on others. Think of a rock hitting the water and the ripple effect that creates. Your emotions can be just as dangerous as weapons. 3. Know who and what pushes your buttons. Those people on campus that wear your grandpa's clothes and like to say things like bro and dude and sorry for partying. I know those people push my emotions, but I'm not going to let it get the best of me. 4. Keep a journal about your emotions. When you journal, it's easy to know how you feel and why you feel it. You can look back on certain days and really gain positive and encouraging examples of why you feel that way. Once you start practicing these strategies, you'll begin to recognize your emotions and why you have them. Self-awareness is the process of getting to know yourself inside and out. The second trait of personal competence is self-management. Self-management is your ability to use awareness of your emotions to actually choose what you say and do. It's basically being able to control the biological impulses that drive our emotions. People who self-regulate have emotions just like me and you. However, they control them. The four strategies I'm going to use with you today to help you self-manage are, the first one is breathe. It's kind of like this. It's easy. It just really gives you a break. 2 is make your goals public. I know that having someone who is going to help me make my goals positive will really motivate me to get my butt off the couch and actually accomplish something. 3 is take control of your self-talk. When I'm in the car and I hear a song by Katy Perry come on, I'm just like, baby, you're a firework. 4 is visualize yourself succeeding. Before a test, I like to think about the grade I'm going to make. And I'm going to think about myself succeeding. I walk to school like, Paige, you're awesome. You've got this. You're going to get an A. And I do. So, how do all these things improve my self-esteem, my interpersonal communication relationships, and my personal successes? Well, one thing that's really, really helped me is journaling. Journaling is something that I've really been able to focus in a hard drive. At first my journal entries were kind of negative and hard, and then I started putting down my goals, and it really turned into personal successes. These exercises I just explained with you made me more aware of my personal needs and increased my ability to take care of myself. Developing high self-awareness was really something that helped me develop a high self-esteem. Our self-concept is formed and maintained by how others react and respond to us. Having a heightened sense of awareness and newfound self-confidence, my interpersonal relationships are healthy and strong. Every day I think about how the strategies I learned from emotional intelligence can help me in everyday life. Whether you're fighting an apocalyptic revolution or arguing with your neighbor about the obnoxious barking dog, emotional intelligence is a source that is needed in everyday life. Without the mastery and control of your emotions, it's very easy to find yourself on Channel 12 to the theme song of Cops. Not everyone on that show has extremely low IQ. No, the lack of IQ displayed on shows like Cops and Jerry Springer is emotional intelligence. But luckily there's good news. Emotional intelligence is learned, and when understood can propel you to the highest ladders of success. You could say emotional intelligence is like the fountain of youth for success. With that being said, I'm sure many of you are wondering why I don't have a page of 10 bullets on how to win $1 million. But that's not what emotional intelligence is about. Through the strategies I've listed today, you will master emotional intelligence, gain interpersonal relationships, heighten self-esteem, and accomplish many personal successes. However, you will also learn that the real personal successes are the ones that make you truly happy. They're not tangible, they're not money. Although you don't see me today sitting high on the sky on a pile of Benjamins, I believe I've truly succeeded because I'm happy, which in my eyes is the biggest success story of all. The end.